Hey, what is happening, everyone? So today's video, I'm going to give you 5, maybe 6, a bonus one at the end, crypto tips for new people investing in the crypto market. As we've seen the crashes happen, the dips have been coming in hard and fast, so now is a prime time for people to buy everything while it's on like 60, 70, even 80% sale. And this is how you need to do it smarter and outsmart the market, and also not to get wrecked. I'm not a financial advisor, but if you want to know a bit more about me, if you're new to the channel, my name's Christian, this is Crypto Ripto, and I've been an investor now for over 10 years. I've been in the crypto space about 2 years, been buying crypto on and off. Got serious in it in the kind of crash of the pandemic when the world was ending. I thought, well, if the world's going to end and we go to some planet Zog, the currency there was more than likely going to be crypto, because we're not taking dirty fiat with us. So that's when I got serious on crypto, and boy, what a ride it's been. So along the way, I have learned so much. I've spent hours, days, weeks, months, I could almost say years, researching and looking into crypto and how the kind of new world plugs into the old world. I'm also been a financial investor for 10 years now, massive on the forex. I'm a technical analysis expert. I live, eat, won't say the other word, and breathe charts. I read books every day, I read charts every day, I look at information, so anyone that's watching this channel doesn't have to, and I relay all the information for free. That is the key opportunity, is to get the new people, the exciting, the new generation that's not used to investing or not used to the crypto space, investing and doing it with the best of the knowledge that's out there, not the FUD, not the FOMO, not the shilling just to get your money and make me richer. It's to get the new people into an exciting and buzzing kind of space, and could call it an industry. So what my goal is today is to give you some of the fundamental basics that I learned along the way, that I've tried, tested. I teach a lot of other people to use. I've got numerous groups, funds, management talks that I do all the time, and these are the key fundamentals that I teach to a lot of people. And this is not something new coming from me. You will have heard about some of these phrases in here, like dollar cost averaging, balancing your portfolio, and all the cool stuff like that. And I'm going to give you 5 quick easy tips on how to do that, and what are the smart ways to do that, and where you can track it, and what apps and free tools are out there. So if this sounds something like you're interested in, and you want to know how to get ahead of the market and not get wrecked in crypto, then stay tuned and let's get into the video. So in my number 1 tip, and this is the most important one, so this is the must-have tip for all new people that are investing in crypto, and that's: don't jump in the deep end head first. Don't dive in just willy-nilly thinking, I've got like say $1,000 and I'm chucking it all in this coin, fingers crossed, let's hope it goes up, and then bang, because that is gambling, that's not investing. The first thing you do before you even think about putting your money into crypto is make a plan. Now, the plan does not have to be, the Da Vinci Code or anything like that. Just make a few, get a notepad, notebook, just make a few detailed requirements down as how much you want to invest, how long you want to invest it for, and what kind of price targets you want to see back from the investment when you sort of want to get out of it. For instance, say for instance, I've got $1,000 to invest, but I can only tie $500 up for 2 months, where the other 5 I can leave in for say 10 months. Whatever your requirements are, make a plan, because if you have a plan and you stick to it, you're probably 90% more likely to succeed than people that don't have a plan. because the other 10% just get lucky, and there's always an element of luck in anything you do or invest. So my key fundamental before you even start into crypto is have a plan, and that plan should be how much money you can afford to lose. Don't think how much you can afford to invest, is how much you can afford to lose without being, you know, too bothered about it, or without it changing any aspects of your life. So, and then that's the amount you can afford to invest. Also, what your strategy is, whether you want to buy into coins that are high risk or coins that are more stable. So do your research there. And number 3 on your plan should be, how long do I want to invest for? How long can I tie this money up for? If you can afford to lose it and it's not going to affect you, chances are you will not be panic selling in the dip, because you are not over leveraged, you're not over stressing yourself, and you can afford to have that money tied up through the ups, downs, lefts, rights, and all out wrecks. And probably finally on your plan is strategy. What we're going to talk about in one of my tips is how you buy into the coins and how you get out of the coins. So your plan should be entry plan, which I've just told you about, and exit plan, how you sort of average out the coins, what your price plan is, what you're happy to make. Say, I'm invested in this because I want to 2x my money, or I want to 3x my money. Or you can invest into it and say, once I've 2x my money, or once I've doubled my money, I'm going to take my initial investment out and play with a house's money. Whatever it is that you're happy with and you're willing to go with, always make the plan first before you put any money anywhere, and that will set you up to be 90% successful, or more successful than the people that don't have a plan. So that's my tip number 1. My number 2 tip is always research what it is you're investing into. Do not invest in shit coins or dumb coins. Don't go out there flying into the Shibus, Ebus, Moons, Cums, whatever rockets that are out there, because yes, these have high pump and dump volatility. As a new person, the chances are you're going to get wrecked in these coins. The chances are you're going to look at these coins and you're going to get in on the FOMO, because Twitter, Instagram, YouTube are all saying we've got to pump it up. Well, pump it up, and boom, before you know it, the people that have asked you to pump it up are pumping it down while they're going, I'm taking all your money, I'm taking all your money, and it's not very funny. But regardless, shit singing, that is what's happening. A lot of coins are getting pumped and then you're getting dumped on. And as a new person into the crypto market, you are prime pickings for these people to sort of pump and dump these coins. And as you can see here, this is Shibu Inu Boomoo. So this coin got pumped. Look how quickly this coin went up. It rose to the top like it was going to the moon, and then just as quick, when the newbies are buying in around here, it's pumped up to the moon. You're buying in around here because you're newbie crypto, and it's had a little drop. You see a little what's called a bull trap, and you think, okay, that was just a dip, it's going up, and you're holding on because you're new to investing in crypto. You're excited, you're thinking, everyone's telling me it's going up, this is going all the way, I'm going to be a millionaire, when's the Lambo, and all this, and before you know it, it's dumped, and you're brought in up here, and you're probably liquidated somewhere around here. And this would put a bad taste in your mouth on crypto. So the way to do it and be a bit smarter about it is to keep 20% of your money that you can afford to invest in stable coins. And when we say stable coins, we're talking sort of USTD coins, sort of that follow the dollar. They're not as volatile, they don't go up, down, they sort of follow the fiat dollar. And the reason for this is that when these coins crash, and when you're seeing so much fear in the market, and the fear indicators below 20 and it's coming in at 10, this is what's called buying the dip. And you will have the means to buy the dip because you'll be a smart investor although you're new, you can still be smarter than a lot of people in the crypto market just by thinking, focusing and following smart advice and keeping 20% in your fiat to buy the dips that 9 times out of 10 these dips pump pretty quick. I'm going to show you a chart that I sort of brought the dip, had nearly a 50% pump within one day, and take your fiat back out, and then it's up to you. You can take all your money back out, and then your fiat's now gone from 20% to 40% ready to buy more dips, or you can pull your 20% back out, leave whatever profit you've made in that coin in, and then them coins are free. Because this is all about building a diverse long-term portfolio. And if you want to get the free coins, the best way to do it is buy the dips, wait for it to increase, and then pull your money out. And I'm just going to show you quickly on a chart that how that is done. Now you can see on this chart here that the low of the coin came in. So you're buying the dip, we had that big crash, we brought the dip, the money goes in. You're never going to buy the bottom, so you sort of have to wait till it hits the bottom, see it turn, and then once it's turned, you then watch it pump up, and then you take your profits out when you're happy. You see here it hit the peak, and then we started dropping, and then it took the big crash here and then went back up. And then even if you took out here, that you'd still be looking at 25-30% profits on your returns. And that's just one way of doing it, everyone. But the tip number 2 is keep 20% in fiat ready to buy the dips. So that's how you earn money in crypto. Buy the dips, sell the pumps, and also don't invest in all these dodgy coins, because while they're exciting and people are FOMOing up and they're saying, you know, we've got to pump it up, and you're seeing the pumps and you're pumping it up to here, chances are you're not going to understand that the volatility is going to send you crashing back down here, because these coins go up and down, and then the long-term values sort of trend along here. And if you've brought in on this FOMO here, you're gonna get wrecked, and that's not what we want. And that's what we want, not what newcomers to crypto is to get wrecked, because that's going to put you off, put a bad taste in your mouth, and likelihood you're not going to want to invest in crypto. So that's tip number 2. In 3, so tip number 3 is watch Bitcoin. Bitcoin is like the daddy of all coins. It's like the king, the grand master. So when Bitcoin rises, it's like, you know, the Messiah rising everyone from the dead. It rises the coins up. And especially when you're looking at a coin against the USTD value, because a lot of the altcoins are against the BTC. So if you see a Bitcoin go up to the USTD value, you're going to see a lot of the other coins follow the same chart pattern. So you need to watch Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, being the like grand master daddy of all coins, is like the controller. So you'll see there is, we'll go into more on it, there is cycles where so Ethereum breaks away and the BTC chart against them breaks away, but majority of the coins that you'll be investing in, when BTC pumps, they will more than likely pump against the USTD value of the dollar. So if Bitcoin's doing well, and also the altcoins will start doing well, unless it's in a cycle where, for instance, when people have put a lot of money in Bitcoin and Bitcoin's gone up and it's the euphoria stage is high and Bitcoin starts being boring, traveling sideways, people then sell their Bitcoin high because they bought it low and they want to make more money, right? And Bitcoin's being boring, it's not making them money, so then they filter it down into the altcoins. Now the altcoins are alternative coins to Bitcoin, so then they start going into the high market cap coins. So first of all, it will start in the top, normally 20 to 50 coins. Like for instance, we'll see Binance go up, Cardano, XRP, Forget Dogecoin, Polkadot, Uniswap, Litecoin, etc., Chainlink. So people will start pumping this money in, But if you have noticed how all these coins drop in price, if you have a look at Bitcoin's chart here, so Bitcoin does this, Ethereum does this, then so do a lot of the coins, because the USTD value, the charts follow the same. So this is a prime example of what I'm saying, how you can watch Bitcoin, and if Bitcoin's doing well, then the other coins will pump up. Now, some altcoins do better than others, but there's other videos about that. But as a rule, when you're newbie to crypto, always see what Bitcoin's doing. So if Bitcoin's crashed and Bitcoin's going down and you think it's a fear factor of 20 or below, it's probably a good time to top up on your altcoins. And then obviously you can see then by not trying to watch, if you've got a portfolio of 10 altcoins, then you can probably look at that kind of coin on Bitcoin and think, if Bitcoin's not doing too great, then my altcoins are not doing too great, instead of looking at all of your coins and trying to juggle too many spinning plates, etc, etc. So Bitcoin is the kind of messiah of all coins, and it's important that you kind of watch Bitcoin, because that's the coin that's going to sort of set the precedence and set the standard. So don't try and spin too many plates, don't try and take on too much, keep your portfolio kind of nice and consolidated, and watch Bitcoin. That's tip number 3. So number 4 tip is always dollar cost averaging. You should not look at a coin and think, oh, that's low, I'll put all my money into it, because chances are when you're looking at that market, you don't know when the bottom's going to be, you don't know when the next rise is going to be, and you don't know what's sort of happening with that coin if you've not done a ton of research on it and you've not looked at all the charts or anything like that. But chances are, as a new person and newbie into crypto, as we all were once, you're not going to have done the research. So dollar cost averaging. And what do I mean by dollar cost average? That means that, say for instance, your appetite for investment is $1,000, and you want to get into a crypto market that looks like it's on a downtrend for a period of 1 week. It's really crashing down for 1 week, or say 2 weeks. For instance, say the 1 week, and you want to get in this kind of market over 5 days. So what you would do is you'd choose your exchange, and there's videos out there about what exchange to choose, how you get set up on an exchange. But whatever platform you're buying crypto on, majority of the good ones have what's called a setup buy option. And even if they don't, you could just do it. Set a time, an alert, an alarm, whatever keeps you focused on, say for instance 12 o'clock on Monday, I'm going to put $200 in Bitcoin. Then that goes in. Then the same on a Tuesday, $200 in Bitcoin, and so on. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you've put $200 each day in Bitcoin, and that's called dollar cost averaging in. And I'm going to show you how it sort of pans out. So this is dollar cost averaging in. You can see the price is low, it's really high, and then it's peaked down because the volatility in the crypto market. So it's low, it's gone high, it's gone back down, and it's gone low. But the volatility in the crypto market is massive. So by dollar cost averaging in, you're not going to be buying at the peak, and you're not going to be buying at the bottom. You're going to be that average price that coin was over that 1 week period, or the 2 week period, or whatever period you've chose to buy in at, whether it be every day, every week, every month. You're going to have averaged in at that price every single time you've purchased that Bitcoin. So that then limits your risk and limits how you're sort of exposed to the price action of that thing. So you've not been a victim of the pump and dumps, you're not been a victim of the scams, because obviously you can see the way that price is going. And this is more so important for the altcoins. Bitcoin, I'm using it as an example, but it's more so important for the altcoins. You're never going to get the bottom, but we don't want you to be buying at the top, which a lot of people have done. So dollar cost averaging in gives you a better fighting chance to get a great price entry in any asset that you want to invest in, because it gives you the average price over the length of period that you've invested in. And that way you're going to stay slightly ahead of the game and not be one of those that's brought at the top and now is trying to sell at the bottom. Because by averaging in, dollar cost averaging in, you obviously buy at the average price for that time period that you want to invest for. And that has been a fundamental part of investing, especially in the crypto space, for a lot of new people. When I first come into crypto, I seen the crash and I put a lot of my money in, and then I seen a further dip down and I think, oh damn, why did I not wait? And then I thought, well, how? And then obviously as more research you do, and I didn't see any of these videos with the 5 best tips for crypto. There weren't really a lot going on there around that I seen. Everyone was just panicking about the crash of the pandemic and crypto's dead and the world's ending. But now we can see now a lot more interest and focus is on the crypto market. A lot more people are coming out with help and advice, and you will see a lot of people say dollar cost averaging in is the way forward. So that is what's dollar cost averaging in. So for my tip number 4 is dollar cost average. Boom. So my final tip number 5 is don't believe everything you read in the news. Don't follow the FOMO, the FUD, the fear, and Bitcoin's crashing, everything's going, China bans Bitcoin, Elon Musk is tweeting this, everything's going to the dogs, Bitcoin's the worst, Bitcoin's against the banks, blah blah blah. You'll see tons and tons of FUD, fake news that is sort of designed to mentally have you think that Bitcoin's bad. Now this happens in one and two ways. It happens in a ways where these sites don't have your best interest in hand. They just want clickbait. They just want you clicking and clicking because it's in their best interest to grow themselves, and it's not in your best interest. And also the news can be manipulated in a way that it wants to make markets weaker to get your assets. You buying assets up here, but the smart money wants to take the asset off you here. So by spreading the fake, the FUD, the boom, boom, as Donald Trump would say, fake news, that is designed to get you to sell, panic sell at a loss for them to take off you. And it goes back to, I've got your money. And we don't want that. And you see it all the time. You see a lot of stuff on the news to say, some of it's genuine, some of it like China and the miners, like China bans Bitcoin, but having it pumped in your face all the time is designed just to get you to fear. Now the news, China bans Bitcoin and the miners are moving and stuff like that is true, but be a bit smart and look into it and think, okay, the miners are moving to China, but they're just moving to another location, and they're going to be back up because crypto is the future of money. Crypto is here to stay. If you're getting into crypto now, in my opinion, and in the opinion of a lot of people out there in the industry, you're still an early adapter. Bitcoin's still at a very undervalued low price. Crypto market is starting to take off. It's like the cycles where everything that blossoms opens up pretty quick and then stabilizes, and then everyone adapts on the top. But by looking at this and getting into crypto now, you are an early adapter. But don't lose that by believing everything you read in the news. Like here, the Bitcoin bear market, say something Elon, because the Doge coins are shedding. Like we said, if you get into these FUD kind of toilet paper coins, they drop and stuff like that. You'll see automated market makers are dead and stuff like this, denied electricity. You'll see all sorts of FUD and FOMO trying to get you to panic and stuff like that. And you'll see like a lot of people say that, oh, you know, the currency based securities settlements, and they'll say also the price dips, but they're saying it's still going to be a bear market. Ethereum faces largest ever options expiry as the bears appear to dominate. It's just designed to purely get more coins from you and get your fear. Now, looking at the news an optimistic way, if you're doing it for research, is fine, but just believing, when I say ignore the news, ignore the headlines that trick you. So you'll have a big bold headline saying Bitcoin's crashed, the bear market is here, and then it'll just have a little question mark over it. So they're not actually saying the bear market is here, they're saying, is the bear market here? But they're doing it in a clever psychological way that's tricking you to think, shit, the bear market's here. This website said it is, and they've said it, this guy said it is on YouTube or Twitter, so sell at a loss, and bang, before you know it, you've wrecked your portfolio. And that is not cool. So obviously my tips are plan. Also, when you plan, like what you want to get into, how you want to get into it, what kind of budget appetite, get yourself a portfolio tracker to track the coins that you're investing in. I'll put a comment in of the one I use, Blockfolio. I think it's really good. You can link it up to the exchanges that you use to buy the coins. I'm not affiliated with them anyway. This is not financial advice. This is just education on what I do myself. But it's easy to track, and it tells you profits and losses in that coins and the time frames. You just add in what you brought at what price, and it does the rest for you. So plan 20% into stable coins, and sort of don't invest in dodgy coins. It was my number 2. Number 3, follow Bitcoin, because it's the king of all coins. It sort of rises like the messiah of the coins, and as we've seen in the charts, if you go to CoinGecko, you'll see in there that the charts follow that kind of momentum. So this is your kind of 5, let's call it survival tips of crypto. When you're new into crypto, you want to go straight into the battlefield with the best first aid package you can have. And your first aid package should be with these 5 tips, and thinking, I'm not going into a big firefight with a water pistol. I'm going in there with armored with a cannon and a first aid kit. I'm going to do the best I can with the best of the tools that I've got. And that's what we want to show you on this channel. And my number 4 tip was dollar cost averaging. Remember that word, Google it if you want to learn more about it. I showed you an example on the screen. I told you an example of how you do it, but if you want to research it a bit more, Google it, because that's really important, that you dollar cost averaging. And last but not least is ignore the FOMO FUD news. Look at news, but research into it. News can be your friend, but it also can be your enemy just as quick as it can be your friend. And don't believe everything you hear. You do you, and let them do them. And make sure that any advice, even this that I'm giving you now, check it out. Just double check it. If you're unsure about anything else, all the tips that I've given you today, you can Google, and you'll see a lot of other people are sort of, they won't say the same thing, because obviously I've catered these for the new people, but you'll see along the lines. I mean, if you're investing in crypto, you're already quite smart. So, and I believe you to be smart. So if you're investing in crypto, you've got the knowledge to research and invest in. Anyway, I hope this has helped you. If you want to help me, then slap a like, comment below, subscribe, hit the bell notification. It helps me, it helps the channel, it encourages people to, or me, to give you all this free information. I'll do the research so you can learn how I did, and then try not to get wrecked. And I wouldn't say I'm the messiah and master of crypto, but what I am is I'm a diverse investor. I take the smart money of traits, I see how they're playing along in crypto, I try and test these methods to see what works, because not everything works for same for everyone else. So I try and test these methods as a new person, as a smart investor, or as someone that says they're the crypto gurus because they've been in crypto 3 years, but they could have been losing money for 3 years. So just because you've been in crypto for 3 years does not mean you're great at crypto, because you could have just been not really doing shit for them 3 years. But we want to accelerate people into, as always, trading smart, trading safe, and not getting wrecked. Thank you.